And welcome back to the Play-by-Play podcast. I'm your host, Finn Hogan, back with your co-host, Alec Palella.
How's it going, guys?
We are on episode 10. We've officially beaten the threshold of most podcasts end by 7 episodes, I believe is what it is. So we're on 10. We've officially surpassed that. You know, we're growing. Last episode is at like just about 6K views. So we're growing slowly but surely. Like I said, we don't know what the heck we're doing with this YouTube thing or anything like that. But we're learning on the fly. But today we have new guest on the podcast. He just transferred from Wisconsin. Tons of experience there. He's now at Central Michigan with us, hanging out. Stephan Bracey, how are we doing today?
Yo, we doing good, man.
You like how do we feel about Mount Pleasant so far?
Bro, I like it a lot, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
It's like low key, but it's like a vibe.
How different is it from Madison?
I mean,
How big is Madison?
Madison? Nah, I think it was like 49,000 students.
That's
like
crazy.
more than double.
Nah, it was insane. I ain't gonna lie. Madison was really nice too, cause it's like
Yeah.
the capital. Then we got a lake. So I mean, it was really nice, like the scenery and stuff. But I mean, for the most part, I kind of like Mount Pleasant just because it's kind of like everything's by each other. You kinda get to just like lock in. You know what I mean? So
I always say, like, everybody that like comes here from different places, I'm always like base Michigan solely on Mount Pleasant. I'm like, Michigan's way. I know you're from GR, so I know
Yeah.
you know like Mount Pleasant is not just Michigan. You got to get like outside of
no, definitely.
Michigan and stuff like that. But question of the day, we always start with the question of the day. The one that we came up with today, 5 minutes before this started, is what is your biggest bucket list item? So I'll go first. I won't put you right on the spot.
Yeah.
Skydiving. I want to be able, is that you were going to
That's
say
what
that?
I was gonna say.
No, I want to, but
I feel like everybody says that.
but I
though.
want to learn to like do it so like I don't have to do it by myself. Like I want to go enough
Oh.
so I can just do me. Like I don't have to have a guy
Yeah.
strapped to my back or whatever, and I can just like do my own thing in the sky and stuff like that. You got to come up with that one.
You ever heard of like the Sky Zone thing where it's like the indoor? You ever seen that
yeah,
stuff?
Yeah. That's
They do like
crazy.
tricks and stuff. You ever see the people that mess up and they go like
Smack
flying?
the wall of it. Yeah, it freaking probably hurts.
Yeah.
Nah.
I
So
don't
you got a bucket list? Yeah, you got to come with a different one.
I feel like, well, like, since you took that one, I feel like maybe like learn how to fly a plane. I feel like that would be kind of cool.
Planes,
I was
no.
literally about to say the exact
That's
same
valid.
thing.
Pilot's
That's
license.
crazy.
That would be cool. Like have like your own pilot's license. Like somehow get your own private jet. You could like fly anywhere. That would be
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. No,
That'd be
I feel like
fun.
that's really common because a lot of people will like do that. You don't
Yeah.
have to get like a private jet.
Yeah, or just
You know
like
what I mean?
a
You can
charter
get, like, a
plane or
little, like,
something.
like a one engine kind of like
Yeah.
5 or something like that. But all right, let's jump into this.
You
You played.
was that your answer?
Oh, I didn't
That
even
was
ask.
gonna be mine.
Jeez. Oh, yeah, yo.
Nah, I was gonna say that was gonna be mine because like when I was like 7, I actually like was on a plane like in the co-pilot spot and was like driving her. There.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't really like have a good experience with it to be
They
honest.
like told you you're flying in, but you're not really flying.
I'm like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I'm lit.
You're
You know?
doing a great
Like,
job.
But if I had to choose a different one, it would probably be like I low-key want to like have like my own yacht and like just drive that around like just.
I mean,
Yeah,
shit,
that's
I
scuba
want
diving.
that too.
You're
No,
like
I haven't
scuba
I've
diving.
done
diving.
snorkel. I mean, that's nowhere near.
That's. I mean, no. Have you snorkeled before either?
No, I haven't done either.
My grandma used to have my grandma and grandpa used to have like a little houseboat in the Caribbean. So like
Damn.
they would live down there during like the winter and stuff like that. So every spring break we would go and just stay with them and stuff like that. And so like I like would snorkel. My grandma did like underwater photography and stuff like that.
No, that's
So like
fire.
that stuff's crazy. That would be awesome.
Nah, yeah.
When I went snorkeling, I was younger. I was probably like 11, 12, and I got pushed into like the coral reef, and
Oh,
my
you got
hand
caught?
got cut on the reef. I got like pushed in. I went down, and like the whole middle finger like split open. Like just got. I didn't need stitches or
Yeah,
anything,
bad
but yeah,
experience.
I still have like a scar on it. Like if I pushed down, you could see like the split in my finger, but it was still fun.
No, yeah, it's a sick. That's like one of the coolest things ever. Turtles are sick. Now we'll jump into the sports thing and whatnot. You're from Grand Rapids, correct?
Yes,
What high
sir.
school did you go to?
East Kenwood High School.
Talk about your recruiting process. Recruiting's like a big thing that we always talk about because I feel like a lot of people watching want to know about that, and it's such like a crazy, you know what I mean? It's all over. You've gone
Yeah.
through it plenty of time, twice now, I guess. Explain your recruiting process. You were a 3-star. I looked it up. I did a little bit of research. 3-star. What were like the biggest offers you had?
Biggest offers I had was Wisconsin, Cincinnati, and probably Wisconsin and Cincinnati was like my top 2 to be honest. Then I had like every MAC, and then some other schools too. But I feel like my process was I was a late bloomer, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't get my first offer until after my junior year. my sophomore year, I broke my arm, so I didn't even play. And then my freshman year, I was a bot low key, so I was
trust
still
me, I
getting
feel
used
the
to
process.
everything. You know what I mean? But I feel like it was definitely a long process. Like I feel like there was at times I was like, do I really want to do football? Or do I want to do track? Because I also like East Kent was known for like their track and field program, and like my whole family like we're just like track people. So like my sister, she went to my older sister, she got offers from Alabama, Ohio State, everywhere, but she ended up going to Purdue. So I always thought I was gonna do track, which was crazy. And then my junior year, I kind of realized like I'm low key good at this football stuff. You know what I mean? So I kind of pursued that end. And then I mean the process, I feel like it was. I mean, I kind of put it in God's hands a lot of the time. Like I wasn't really stressing over it because I knew at the end of the day I was gonna have a location I can go to. But Wisconsin kind of picked me up because I was originally committed to Western Michigan. Actually, going into my senior year, I was committed to Western, and then Wisconsin had offered me. Like I was always talking to them, but they never did.
Yeah.
And a lot of the times it was because I was a smaller kid. Like I was like 5'9", 150.
Yeah.
Even though my stats were literally insane, like a lot of the times I feel like that was like the biggest factor. But I mean, they took a shot on me, and then that's how I got.
No, I feel like size, especially like KP, for people that know, Khalil Pimpleton used to play here. He came in routes tonight.
Yeah.
That kid's KP's small.
No,
I mean,
he is.
I'll give him maybe.
He's got like 2% body fat though.
I'd say like 5'7", like one, and he probably played at like 159. Like he wasn't even 160. Yeah. So like I feel like I always talk about like once again recruiting and things like that. Like size and all that stuff. Obviously, it's important and it plays a role and everything like that. But like when it comes down to it, it's not like the make or break deal. You know what I mean? Because I feel like some schools are like, if you're not this build, like you don't look like this, we're not like even going for you. Yeah. Like you can't play. When like in retrospect, maybe a smaller guy or you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Can just do the same exact thing. That's sweet. What was do you take like visits to Wisconsin and stuff like that? Talk about like the official visit process because that's something me and Alec never got to do. We had COVID. I was super under recruited, so like I never really had any opportunities like that. And it's always something like I'm scrolling through Instagram and I see the kids. They all got like the college stuff on. Our junior day, I was sitting in the locker room the other day for junior day. I was like doing some stuff on my computer or whatever. They did like photo shoots in the jerseys and stuff like that, which I thought was just an official visit thing. But Slaughter was all like, "Yeah, I guess we're doing them now." So I was like, "All right," but
I went on one junior day to NIU, and I got shoulder surgery like a couple weeks before, so I couldn't even do it because I couldn't even get the jersey on because I couldn't lift my arm up. So that was shitty, but
that's terrible. But talk about like what was like the visit process like? Like, what's your like official visit like? What's that like?
My official visit for Wisconsin, I liked it a lot actually.
Yeah.
Like they flew my whole family out, and it's like seven of us in our family. So we all went there. I think we went on Friday, and it was definitely during the season because we went to the game too. And we saw Jonathan Taylor play. Like Jonathan Taylor, bro, is crazy. I'm telling you, like
that's unreal.
He's insane. That's one guy I could talk about for a little bit, but
Were you there? Nice. Did you play with him when you were there? Oh, thanks.
2019, like his junior year, I was there with him, like training with him and all that. So it was pretty fun, honestly. He's a quiet dude too. Like
I see that.
Him to be like.
Do you know Travis Wilcher?
No, I don't.
He was on the team that year as well.
2019.
Yeah.
What position?
Linebacker. He played for Northwood. Transfer was like the GLIAC defensive guy of the year or whatever. Transferred and went to Wisconsin for his like grad transfer year or whatever. But he was with JT on like his last year there. He was there as well. He played more like special teams and stuff like that. I don't know what number. I could look it up. I'll tell.
Probably if I see his face, I'm gonna know it.
Yeah, but I'm sure. Yeah, you guys probably didn't hang out a ton and stuff like that. But the official visit, like that's like.
Yeah, but no. So when we first got there, they picked us up from the airport and stuff. They had like, I'm pretty sure they had like snacks, and they gave I think everybody their own room, and then everybody just had a lot of snacks and stuff. You know how that goes.
Yeah.
And then after that, we went to dinner and stuff with all the coaches. I sat down with Paul Chris at the time, which was the head coach there, and then my receiver coach, and they're just going through like where they see me, where they want me to fit, how they want me to fit and stuff. And I was just soaking it all in at the moment. I wasn't committed before. Wait, was I committed? I think I was committed actually when I went on my official. So I was kind of just like really just trying to visualize like where I would be, and then just the tour of the facilities and the campus. I I mean, I had a good time, honestly. Like, it really sold me a lot and made me really realize, like, this is home for me at the time. So I really enjoyed it, honestly.
What would you rank Wisconsin amongst, like, Big Ten school atmospheres, if that makes sense?
Ooh, gotta be top.
Really?
Be top 3.
Really?
Top 2.
So, okay, so you're putting that, what beats Wisconsin?
What beats Wisconsin in the Big Ten?
Because you got Michigan,
probably,
Penn,
yeah.
Ohio State. Like, those are some big
it's
time.
Because, bro, if you ever go fourth quarter, when fourth quarter hits, this tradition they have called jump around, and like, it's so lit. Like, everybody's just jumping around in the stadium, and then, you know, the players on the field jugging, doing their thing, and then it's kind of just turns the whole atmosphere up like 10 notches.
He's also a little biased because he went there.
True, but I want to hear it. Like, stand up for it, man.
I mean, I did play in the big house too. I mean, I liked it too. I mean, I feel like it was a crazy atmosphere, and then Penn State's was crazy too. It was, you literally couldn't hear anything.
Penn State's was wild when we went there last year. That was so cool.
But my best experience was the Rose Bowl, though. Honestly,
yeah. Talk about that, because I know that's something that I wanted to bring up and talk about, because like that Rose Bowl is like the most iconic. I think you could say college football.
Yeah,
you can put like Heisman. Everybody knows the Heisman. Everybody knows what the Rose Bowl is.
Yeah, right.
Take me through like that experience. Like, what was that whole week like and stuff?
Bro, that whole week was kind of crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Like, just being in Cali, you know, it was my first time there. The weather was great, and then the first like 3 days, we really get to like do our own thing. Like, we don't really
go out and stuff like that. That's what our experience was. Well, obviously ours was during COVID. We went to the Sun Bowl and like Arizona Bowl and stuff like that. And I remember I've diagnosed myself with a gambling addiction. I think I told you this before. I like to gamble, probably too much. But
hopefully your parents don't watch this episode.
Hi, Kate and Max. But we were like, we're gonna go to the casino in Arizona. We Ubered all the way there.
That was terrible.
You had to be 21 to get in.
Oh yeah.
So we were.
I don't know why we didn't check.
No ID, like anything like that. So we were like, bro, had to Uber all the way back.
We all spent. There was like 6 of us, and we all chipped in like $20 for the Uber.
It was I was so pissed off and stuff like that.
See, I had an experience similar to that though, because last year we went to the Vegas Bowl.
Oh, like that. Someone else who else said they were dangerous? Did JD say he was dangerous? Someone else said that they went to Vegas or something like that. But like,
dudes on my team was down like 700 like Tuesday, and then like,
that's
crazy.
The
next day they're up.
It's like
dude, that'd be me. That'd be me right there. I swear.
You would beat it down $1,000. I feel like.
No, I wouldn't. I'd
Vegas,
up $1,000.
See, I didn't even get to gamble or nothing because it was crazy. We were there till January 3rd. My birthday was January 4th, and I was gonna be 21.
That sucks.
I was just in the hotel room. Sick.
Oh my god!
I still had a good time though.
Yeah. Pretty fun. But the Rose, then talk about the game day like atmosphere for that as well.
Game day
like,
was
take me through the game as well, because I know it was an intense game.
Yeah, we went against Oregon, and that was the first time I saw Justin Herbert.
Ooh.
He literally had, I think, 3 rushing touchdowns in the first half against us.
That kid's different. He's another one of the quarterbacks that, like, you get some guys around him in the NFL, he's going to be, like, balling for the future.
Like, bro, it's crazy. And what's even crazier, though, so you know we lost 24-23, so we lost by 1 point. So the reason why we lost, like, to this day is because I think it was in the third or fourth quarter, we had a lot of momentum with this. They had to stop. They stopped us for an out or whatever, so we went to go punt, and they ended up blocking the punter ended up dropping the punt and then trying to kick it and dropped it again, and they ended up scooping it and scoring it, and we lost.
I'd be that's such a tough experience. We played Northern Illinois last year for MAC champ. Like, we should have easily played in the MAC champ. Like, there's no doubt about it. Yeah. Beating them all game. Like, we were killing them at half. And then we kind of took our foot off the gas. They made it all the way back. Up 1? Is that accurate, Alec? Like, before the kick?
I think up 1.
Up 1. Something like that.
Know.
Close to.
It was 1 or 2, obviously.
Yeah. And getting field goal range. And we got Meter. I don't know if you've met him yet or anything. Boy, a knockdown. Like, he was having a great year, everything like that. Well, it's well in range, 30-yard kick or something like that.
Yeah, it wasn't far at all.
It wasn't like it was crazy, like 55, 60-yard kick or anything, like 30 yards. We're all lit. Like, everybody's, like, let's go. Snap, ball rolls out, like, bounces past, like, the holder. They jump on it, game.
Bro, that's
lost
the worst,
by 1.
Bro.
And that kept us out of the MAC championship.
Yeah, bro, that's the worst way to go out.
It was so, yeah. I've had plenty of experiences like that in my life. One time, we faked. So it was district finals my senior year of high school, and we had to play. We went to overtime. They scored, kicked a field goal. We scored, and our coach wanted to go for 2, but instead of just like going for 2, he wanted to fake the field goal.
Oh, that's crazy.
I'm like, if we're just going for 2, let's just go for 2. We faked the field goal, snap it, kicker tries, like, it was just a terribly executed play.
It didn't work?
No, it didn't work. We freaking lost. It was just such a terrible way to go out, because I was like, why don't we just line, like, we were bigger than them. We could just lined up and, like, hit them. But
so I feel like a lot of people probably want to like know this because everyone like knows when you go to bowl games, like especially the big ones like that, like you get the crazy like gifts and all that. I'm curious, like what kind of stuff did you guys get from that?
So actually, I brought.
Watch out!
This Armani Exchange watch has like a rose on it, if you can see it.
Oh my god!
They gave us a rose watch, and then I think we got some headphones and stuff.
A bunch of clothes, probably.
Yeah, a bunch of clothes. We got a ring too. I should have bought a ring.
These are. I always put them up right here. This is our like
that's fire.
Bowl ring and stuff like that. That was from the Sun Bowl, and so it has like the Arizona Bowl on the side, and then it has the Sun Bowl on the other side and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, that's fire.
So those were ours, but yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah,
those
they gave
ones
us.
sick.
I'm pretty sure they gave us like some options too. Like you could pick exactly what you wanted.
Was it like the points thing?
It was the points thing,
like
and then there was also they gave us like a gift card for like this one store. That was like online, and it was like $700. Me, I just sold it to put it on my team. Yeah, bro, let me buy it off you for like $500. So I gave him like $200 extra, basically. So
that's crazy. I know ours.
The gifts was crazy. Like throughout the 3 years I've been there, like they was getting us right.
Yeah, get the gear for sure. Yeah. I know ours. What did you get from that?
I got the AirPods.
That was what you got all your points on?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's weak.
I mean, you got a TV.
Yeah, I got this TV right here for free, completely free.
Yeah. So, how many points was that? Was that 7?
That was 7. Yeah.
I mean, AirPods TV. It's not that
AirPods TV. You don't have a TV, or
I do have a TV. That's why I didn't. That's why I didn't. It does work. It just needs to be fixed.
No, what? That's not how that works at all. No,
my TV is fine.
It's crazy.
But because we were at the Arizona Bowl, which had like it was some cool stuff and whatnot. We got gear and whatnot, but I think their like gifts or the gift list like wasn't quite. And then we got to the Sun Bowl, so we ended up getting the Sun Bowl's like gift stuff. So like way better.
I kind of wish we got some more like clothes from the Sun Bowl.
Yeah, we need to get because we got there. It was such a. Do you like know what happened for all that?
No.
Bro, we got to Arizona. We were supposed to play Boise State and the Barstool Bowl or whatever. We got there Sunday night. Monday, there's like a rumor that like Boise's getting COVID tested and like they're not sure what it's gonna be. At the end of practice Monday, canceled. Like they're not coming. They all have COVID. So we're like, what the hell? Then they're like, oh, we're gonna try and find another game, something like another opponent, something like that. So we're like, all right, like see what happens. So we're chilling in Arizona, like crazy resort. Like the place was sweet. We were like right next to these mountains. It was like unreal.
That was the coolest resort I've ever been to.
And then. So then they're like, all right, Miami, the day before Boise dropped out of the Sun Bowl against Washington State in El Paso, Texas. So we were like, okay. And they're like, we're going to play them. And we weren't sure like what the details were. And it's like 3 days, 3 days before we're supposed to play them. Like nobody knows. Yeah. Like, we're pretty much just winging it or whatever. Yeah. So they're like, all right, we're going to El Paso and we're just going to like play them. So I think the game was Saturday. We stayed in Arizona all week, drove to El Paso. We couldn't get tickets, like plane tickets, so they put us on buses. We drove through Arizona, through New Mexico, to Texas.
How far? That was probably like...
What was it, 8?
8 hours?
No, it was not 8.
Yeah,
it was like...
We cut all the way across.
I think it was like between 4 and 6.
No way.
I'm pretty sure it was not 8.
Oh, that's not that bad. No.
I swear it was way longer than that. Maybe I'm tripping.
No, because we did it in one day, and it was not like the whole day. I mean...
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't think it was 8. It was probably like 6 or something like that.
Anyway, we pulled up, rolled up.
We got two mariachi bands in the span of 1 week.
Band and everything we got off or whatever. Pulled up. They had the CMU in green and orange because they didn't have our nothing was ready for us. They drew it in Miami colors and stuff like that. Went out and beat them. It was 21-0 at half. We were smacking them.
Oh, yeah,
and then we
crazy.
like took our foot off the gas, which is like I feel like that was our thing that year. Like we would never like play super great.
We held on though. We held on.
Yeah, we won like 24-21 or something like that.
Yeah, we take those.
Oh, it was crazy. It was so sweet. And then I'll have to show you. Have you seen the video with Coach Mack has the buffs on?
He had the buffs on.
He had the buffs on. He was hitting them like with all like one of these. It was in the locker room, bro. It was so funny.
See that, bro.
I'll show you. It was hysterical. It was all over the place. But yeah, that was like crazy experience for us and stuff like that. But then I know, so kind of moving past that year and everything like that, you suffered some big injuries. I know we kind of talked about this amongst each other. Hamstring stuff. Kind of talk me through it. What happened? Break it down for us.
So it was kind of crazy, honestly. So this was my sophomore year. So redshirt freshman year. I just came off actually a quad tendon surgery. I don't know how. Like, it wasn't a specific moment where I hurt my quad. So right when I come back from my quad tendon surgery against Nebraska, I cribbed the opening kickoff. Like, it's going crazy. That was probably
you housed it? I've seen that video, actually.
Yeah, it's probably the best moment I ever had, honestly.
Talk about that before we get into the depressing injury stuff. Talk about that, because that, dude, kickoff returns are like, you take one to the house, everybody's losing it.
No, so it was the last home game of the year. I'm like turned up. Like, I ain't played all year. I'm like finally back a year later. So it actually, like, my coach, what's crazy is my coach told me, like, if it goes, because it was supposed to be like I think it was like a field return, so it was supposed to go the opposite way. And they had kicked it towards the hash, and he said if it goes to like the hashes, you actually have to fair catch it. But it bounced before I could get to it. So I kind of like just put it into my own, like, all right, my own thought process.
Screw it.
I'm going to just go crazy, like, screw it. So eventually I get it, and then I just like break like 2 tackles, and then just put my foot on the gas and don't look back. And I end up scoring.
That's awesome.
And I'm just like, bro, this is crazy. And I already had a like emote or
Sally.
whatever I was going to do, Sally. So I hit the bow. The bow.
Yes.
Bow to the crowd, and then I was just like, bro, this is crazy. But I was so tired, like I'm not gonna.
Oh no.
And then they scored like in 3 plays. So I'm like, bro, what? I literally just caught my breath, and then I go down. I get like a 27-yard return. I'm like, yeah, bro. Like, I'm low key gas. I ain't gonna lie, that experience, bro, it was so crazy. Like, I don't think I ever can get that moment back, just because of I know how like. It was kind of a moment where, like, dang, like, that weight kind of paid off, you know what I mean? Right when I got my chance, I, made something shake, you feel me? So.
And then you had the hamstring issues, right?
So, bowl prep, this was literally, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Bowl prep, I ended up tearing my hamstring in my left during one-on-ones. And I'm like, bro, like, what is this? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, I give it time. I end up coming back for spring ball, and then, like, the second practice of spring ball, I end up re-tearing it. So I'm like, dang, back in that same process, of, rehab is just, it could be a low point, but I always kind of just saw it through, you know what I mean, and just kind of put my trust in God, you know what I mean. I'm a firm believer, like, everything happens for a reason. So eventually I got over that again, and then it's summer workouts, and then my hamstring tweaks again. So I'm like, bro, like, what's up with this? Like, I'm not sure what's going on. Like, I'm eating right. I'm getting enough sleep. I'm making sure, I'm going to treatment, doing all this other stuff. So they end up giving me, like, this shot in my hamstring, my left hamstring, and it was called, like, a PRP shot. And I guess it's, like, they use, like, blood. They would draw blood from me and then add, like, or separate it so it's just white blood cells, basically, and then apply it directly into where the tear was. So, I mean, that kind of helped. I really didn't feel a difference. But eventually after that, I was fine. My left hamstring was fine. And then right before the season, so in fall camp, I ended up pulling my right hamstring. So I'm like, bruh. And this is my red shirt. This is last year, actually. So this is my red shirt sophomore, junior year. Yeah, I'm not sure. One of those. And then I ended up just trying to come back from that, and that's when I kind of just decided, when the program just started kind of falling apart a little bit because of all what happened this year, kind of decided, like, I just need a new environment, change, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And that's where I'm at now.
Heck yeah. Now you're at Central Michigan. We appreciate you coming. You said you enjoy Mount Pleasant so far and everything like that. I've started asking people, what do you see the future? Like, what do you want to happen now for Stephan Bracey?
For myself, I kind of just want to showcase what I have to offer and kind of just like elevate myself and elevate the people around me, which in the long run would just kind of elevate the whole program, I feel like. And I just feel like there's a lot the world is going to see personally, just because, I mean, I trust in myself. I have confidence in myself, and I got confidence in the guys around me that we can make this really work. You know what I mean? We really can, you know, do something legendary. You know what I mean? Leave an impact, leave a legacy. So that's what I'm here for.
I love it.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you coming on, my boy.
Yes, sir. My way.
Quick, easy, not too crazy, not too stressful or anything like that.
Yes, sir.
That's the end of episode 10. Appreciate Bracey for coming on, hanging out for us a little bit. I drink chocolate milk a lot, by the way, so I always have. You know.
You getting swole out here,
bro? Okay. I'll drink 2 to 2.5 gallons a week. It's like an issue. Yeah, it's an issue.
I gotta tap in.
Fall camp is when he's the worst.
Fall camp. I'll show you a picture of my fridge. The fridge over there, full, completely full with chocolate milk before camp started. It was funny. But we'll be back next week every Saturday, 2 p.m. You guys know the vibe. Hit the subscribe button, comment, like. We appreciate it. We're slowly growing every episode, one at a time. So keep the love up. We appreciate you guys. We'll see you guys next time.
Peace.
Peace out.